Hi, I'm Zara, and welcome to Reset, the Mindset Makeover Show, giving you the tools you need to elevate your life, career, and income all on your own terms. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single episode of Reset. This week on Reset, we're learning how to live actively. Now, don't get concerned. I'm not going to tell you to exercise. That's not what this video is about. In our last video, we shared our process for determining our goals. But why does this matter? Goals are not some scary thing that kind of weighs on top of your head. They're actually something that can really help you to live more actively versus passively. Imagine scrolling endlessly through Instagram, never liking, never sharing, never commenting. Matter of fact, imagine doing that and not even pausing, just essentially going through the motions. Have you ever caught yourself just clicking on an app, going to it, going through the motions, then getting tired of it, clicking out of it, only to go right back to it again, and you don't even know what you saw the last time? That is a great example of essentially living passively. And this is versus being on there and starting active conversations. Liking is almost there. It's like dipping your toe in the water, but really, engaging with the things that you like, sharing your perspective, starting conversation, encouraging people who you think do a good job. Every single day, we should live, not merely exist. The endless scroll is the equivalent of staring at a blank wall. This is particularly applicable to life indoors today. How do we live actively without physically connecting with others? Now, introverts around the world might cringe at this idea, but since I'm an introvert myself, I thought this was something that I could talk about with experience on how I've learned to live a more active life. For lack of a better way to phrase it, for all my introverts out there, this is how to live more actively without it feeling invasive. Now that you're completely triggered, how can you live more actively? First, I want to say that goals and just overall self-awareness are a huge part of it, because if you don't know what your habits are, whether they're good or bad, or just generally about how you function, it's difficult to identify where there might be opportunities to change. But there's certainly a few things that can make it easier. Today, I'll share 3 tips from one introvert to another introvert on how you can live more actively. Tip 1, engage fully. Now, what does this mean and how does it apply to your day-to-day life? I'll give you a real-life example. Have you ever been sitting on the couch with the TV on, but you're on your phone and somebody's talking to you and you're doing all 3 of those things? If you are, or if you have, that is not engaging fully. When I say engage fully, I mean commit to whatever it is that you're doing. So if you really want to scroll through Instagram, focus on scrolling through Instagram and being actively engaged in it. If someone's speaking to you and you want to engage in their conversation, turn off the TV, pause your Netflix, and actually give them the attention so that you're actively engaged in the conversation. Tip number 2, learn how to say no. So what I find is a lot of times that I am passively engaging, it's because it's a high likelihood that I'm doing something I'm not interested in, or that I don't want to do, I don't care about, or all of the above, or it's something that's requiring more energy from me than I'm able to devote to it at the time. So learning how to say no has enabled me to stop just wasting my time engaging in things passively and focus my time and energy on the things that I'm more interested in, that I can actively engage in. Some other things that come to mind when I think of this is not answering the phone when I don't feel like talking to someone. Don't take it personally, but maybe some of them take it personally, and I hope they don't. But here's the reality. If I answer the phone to talk to you and if I don't have the energy or mental space to do that at the moment, it's not really fair to you either. Now, I do encourage people, if you have people you care about in your life who are calling you, to say, hey, you know what? I'm in the middle of something right now, but give me a call back later, and let them know when you will be available. Or you say, I'll give you a call back when I'm available. And you can even ask them is it urgent? Is it not urgent? So it's not that you're being negligent, but you're just being aware of your time and your personal capacity. Some of the other things that I do is skipping recreational Zoom calls. Most of those I'm not interested in or I won't engage fully with. Also, turning off shows that bore you. Have you ever just had a show playing in the background, you're not listening, no one's listening, but it's on, but why? You just have this noise coming into your mental space and you're doing nothing with it, but it's quite intrusive. Basically, what I'm saying is just say no to anything that you can't actively devote your time to. And finally, tip number 3, and that is tune out anything related to hustle culture or anything or anyone who proclaims that you need to have it together all the time. You might be wondering what this has to do with living actively versus passively, but here's the thing. Whether you're sitting on the couch relaxing because that's what you need, or you're studying because that's what you need, you can do both of those things actively. You don't need anyone or anything in your space telling you how you should use your time to live actively. Use your time for the things that you value and for the things that you need. I'd be remiss to say that these are challenging times, and I totally get it. And that's actually more of the reason why I'm saying this, because I don't think it's a realistic expectation to expect anyone to feel like they must acquire a new skill or must do something when they're just trying to deal with the fact that their lives have completely changed and they're finding new ways to navigate those changes. If the world is saying you should learn a new skill, but really all you want to do is go to a therapy session, log on to that virtual therapy session and nurture your mind. We must create space to actively nurture ourselves. Now, you might think that this is crazy coming from an entrepreneur, but this is actually one of the biggest lessons that I learned when I left corporate America, and something that I've been actively trying to be more aware of as I engage on a day-to-day business, with my family, with my friends. One of my favorite quotes from Jack London says it all. I would rather be ashes than dust. I would rather that my spark should burn out in a brilliant blaze than be stifled by dry rot. I would rather be a superb meteor, every atom of me in magnificent glow, than a sleepy and permanent planet. The function of man is to live, not to exist. I shall not waste my days trying to prolong them. I shall use my time. Comment below and share how you live actively. In the description box, I'll include a link to our goals worksheet where you can put pen to paper on what the things are that you value and what the goals are that align with them. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, I'm Zara, and thank you for watching Reset, the Mindset Makeover Show. See you in the next video.